Welcome back. Now let's talk about what may tip the scales of justice. We're heading to a Hollywood marriage that seems irrevocably dead in the water. Ghost adventure star Aaron Goodwin is lucky to be alive after police say his wife tried to have him killed in a murder for hire plot. That's right. Take a quick look at what this paranormal reality TV show is all about.
Whoa! Stop! I just heard a girl giggle, bro. Did you hear that? I swear to God. So again. Hang on, let me just see if there's any steps. That's all cement. Dude, I heard a kid.
All right, so Aaron Goodwin is a big star of this show. It's been on for many, many seasons. His wife, not a star, but she's in the spotlight now. Victoria Goodwin, his wife of barely 3 years, was arrested last week on charges of solicitation to commit murder and conspiracy to commit murder. And get this, according to the arrest warrant, she was messaging an inmate in Florida, who's in a Florida prison right now, to get her star husband killed. But this wasn't any old inmate. Oh no, she supposedly recruited convicted killer Grant Amato. Amato serving life sentences for the murders of his parents and his brother. If you'll recall, it was all over his sick obsession with a webcam model named Sylvie. He sent her lots and lots of money. Now, for her part in this, allegedly, Mrs. Goodwin has denied trying to have her husband killed and says that she and her husband, Aaron, had just been going through some marital problems. But take a look at her text messages to her prison pen pal, Grant. She says, quote, "Am I a bad person because I chose to end his existence, not divorce?" And apparently, investigators uncovered a text message from him when the homicide was supposed to happen, essentially asking the hitman on the outside if it was done, letting him know the location where Aaron Goodwin was. It was at a time when he was filming in California. So we're wondering, are these damning texts going to tip the scales? Let's bring back in Michael J. Brown and John Phillips. Oh boy. Oh, John Phillips, you see a lot of cases with marital problems. My goodness. What did you think when you heard about this one?
Okay, so here we go. I heard about this one from Joe Exotic. So they covered
your client. For anybody who doesn't know, you represent him.
Right. So they covered Joe Exotic's zoo, and Jeff Lowe filled Aaron with a bunch of lies, and like took him across the park, and like they had Joe committing murders that that never existed. And so, at a point, Ghost Adventures was on our hit list of possible people to sue for defamation. And so when all of this kind of as the world is going crazy, came full circle, and now Aaron's a part of a murder for hire himself, Joe was like, ha, 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 that's what you get. I always, take the approach from the victims, like, wow, and to then you loop in the prison phone and texting a prison inmate about, his connections to murder for hire. This one is pure sensationalism and fascinating.
Wow. So we didn't know that. We learned something else new. Joe Exotic and Aaron Goodwin have beef, is what you're telling us.
They do. They certainly do.
All right. Well, that's interesting. Joe Exotic breaking the news to you, John. How about it? Michael J. Brown, how much trouble is Victoria Goodwin in that they've got these messages going both ways? Like, why she should write to Grant Amato, I have no idea. She's looking to leave her marriage, why she finds that guy, but she did. What do you think is going to sink her in all this?
Yeah, John hit it on the head. I mean, the text messages are so damning. The lesson to be learned for these folks is you don't communicate with people in jail. Everything is monitored, the phone calls, the messagings, the letters. So they are extremely damning. The only defense attorney hat, the only thing I did think of is renunciation. I only say that because that's buyer's remorse, right? That's the late term for buyer's remorse, because although all of this was done, I think, in October and the end of last year, apparently there's postings of them happy couple, everything's great. So renunciation is if you back off that crime and take all steps to try to prevent it from happening, That's a defense. So I don't know if that's something out there, but that just came to my mind because things may have turned, or it simply could have been a facade, and she still was looking to go forward. But she's in a lot of trouble. Yes.
Yes, Michael J. Brown, this is why you're a high-profile criminal defense attorney. What you just said, I have to tell you, I was up late last night trying to figure out how this plot was foiled, and I couldn't find anything to show me that it was. In terms of reporting out there, so we don't know. Like you said, they may have decided buyer's remorse, not going to go through with it. Well, all we know is that there was a certain day where Grant, creepy Grant in his prison cell is texting whoever the hitman is, telling him where Aaron Goodwin was and his hotel in California and asking whether it's done. So renunciation might be what Victoria goes with.